my uh, readings over the last 20 years, yes, I started doing them when I was 10, is that this usually means a short trip, very literal card, to either New York, California, Florida, England, or France. Aside from that, it often just means a short trip. It can also mean something a little more sort of vague and spiritual, in that the person who's in the cloak here is looking all sad, and she's got like what looks like a kid near her, and she can't see that there is somebody behind her guiding the boat. So in a more spiritual, sort of more meta sense, the word meta makes me sound so smart. What this can mean is you might be in a situation where you don't know if you're going to be okay, and the message is you're going to be okay. There's somebody steering the boat, whether this is your guardian angel, your higher self, or just the universe being nice to you. It's going to be okay. I like that. I could use that this week too. Whew. And what's the last card? Okay, it is the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands, again, in a literal sense, this could be a young man who's a fire sign, so it's Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries in your immediate vicinity. Could be romantic. I'm getting the feeling from this card for you guys that this is more somebody in your sort of family or friend circle. But if you happen to be romantically involved with a man 40-ish and under who is a Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries, good news might be coming back around. This is also, for me, the Knight cards are often messages. So this is somebody bringing a message of some kind that affects kind of how you live your day-to-day life. Wands is about our day-to-day life. As John Lennon said, life is what happens when you're making other plans. So this is somebody who might very well be bringing you news that will, in a good way, change your day-to-day life for the better. That is the psychic weather for the week. Woohoo! All right, Melissa, are you still there, my angel?
I am.
Oh, thank you for waiting. I appreciate that. It's nice to meet you. Hello. Thank you for calling in. And
thank you.
I like to connect to people through their birthdays. So if you could tell me when your birthday is, that would be awesome. You don't have to tell me the year. I won't tell you mine.
August 9th.
Uh-huh. Oh, we love Leos here. Hooray.
I'm a Leo.
Yes, you are. And the best kind. I love Leos. They're so sweet.
Thank
like
you.
Honey. Yeah, really, especially that week of Leo, like the 2nd through the 9th. Really lovely people. So, okay. So did you have a specific question, or do you want me to do kind of an all-over woo-woo?
Well, I started seeing this person, and he's a Pisces. And I don't know, there's a connection. There's like you can tell there's a connection, but I'm not sure if I'm doing the right thing or not, because I've been burnt too many times, and he wants to talk about some things tomorrow. So kind of nervous about that.
There's no sentence in the English language I like to hear less than we have to talk. It's like, no, you have to talk. I have to go to Bermuda. I like him. Which part of Pisces? Is he February? I get the feeling he's the later part, like Marchish.
Yep, March 19th.
Yeah, I'm the 18th, so my kind of boy. Pisces men and Pisces women are very different. Pisces women are kind of like badass but Pisces men, they're very charming. I'm going to say they're the most charming guys of the zodiac. They're a little weak, so you kind of have to take over, be a little bossy in the relationship. I think what he might be, I actually like him for you. And I think what he's going to tell you tomorrow is that it's going to be what sounds like he's warning you off, but it's actually more like a dare, if you get what I mean. Sometimes people will say things to us that are kind of daring us to, how can I put this? So if he says, I'm crazy about you, but I still have feelings, or the psychopath I was married to for 20 years, just nod and smile, and you can either say, okay, I understand, bye.
He was married for 20 years.
Yeah, well, I'm good at my job. Thanks. And she was kind of a psychopath, honestly. Or I'm not a psychopath, a little bit of a narcissist. And by little, I mean a lot. So
Yes,
he
you had him
started to,
arrested for.
yeah, maybe I'm going to go with psychopath. Yeah, no, she's crazy. So the good news is he's been burnt too. And that's kind of good news in that if you see him as vulnerable as you are, it kind of levels the playing field because I think you kind of idealize him a little, but you rock. I can tell from your voice and your vibe, you rock. You have like done so many things most people couldn't do, and you've done them with one hand tied behind your back, figuratively, not literally. Am I? You're kind of a superwoman, but you don't give yourself credit for it. Is that true? Yes, it is. I'm
Yeah,
just
it's
going to say
true,
yes.
especially being a
Yeah.
single mom, and I'm a travel nurse.
Oh, whoa, cool. Oh my gosh. That is so cool. You guys are such badasses. I am so impressed with you. Um, yeah, and before that, you had kind of an adventurous, you were kind of a rebel in your teens, and you're a natural leader, is the thing. One thing in
Yep,
your
I am.
professional life, yeah, yes, you are. One thing in your professional life is you could even lead a little more. There's going to be in the next 2 months, there's going to be an opportunity for you to step into more of a leadership position that, by the way, pays about 20 grand more. Not that you're not making good money. I hope you are. But there's a leadership position opening up. And you can be a little aggressive or assertive. Assertive is a better word. You can be a little assertive about it because your company is looking for somebody um, to kind of be the boss in your particular area. I don't even know what I'm talking about, but I think I'm right. So when that opportunity comes, step up because A, you'll kill it. Well, maybe I shouldn't use that word with a nurse. But B, you'll make a ton of money and a lot of people depend on you. So I'd like you to have that extra money for so people will still depend on you, but you have a boat so you can get away from it all. I like this guy.
Well,
I actually think there's sorry, go ahead.
with the money thing, I'm still waiting to hear about my VA claim appeal.
That's
In
going to
6
come
years.
through. I will tell you why I know that's going to come through because 24 hours before I read for anybody, whether I know I'm going to read for them or not, whether it's on the show or just in my practice, anything that comes to my attention in the 24 hours before the reading means something. And somebody sitting behind me in the train today was talking about their VA claim, which I've never heard. I've never heard somebody
Oh,
talk like that.
wow.
So the fact that that happens is, I'm going to say, a confirmatory coincidence. It's very big in what I teach. So yes, that will come through September at the latest, but I'm actually thinking July. I'm going to give you a date. I think it's July 15th to the 18th, around there. And good for you. Man,
That
you
would be a
have
nice
jumped through.
break because everything I went through and still am going through, um, that would be at least a start to heal.
Well, we're also very pro veteran on this show. My dad was a vet. And so whether it's through you or through somebody else, thank you so much for your service. Really, thank
Thank
you.
you.
Yeah, means a huge amount here. So let's get back. Let's get back to boy business. Boy business. Um, One thing I think you don't know about yourself, I think you tell yourself like you're too old or you're too tall or you're too slim or you're too whatever. Um, you're very attractive. I can see you with my heart's eye. I have like a degree in remote viewing, so I'm good at this. You don't know how attractive you are. I'm going to ask you to just own it because just know that you are really attractive. I mean, you
Thank you.
killer cheek. Yeah, you are. You have killer cheekbones, beautiful bone structure. Do you have like American Indian in your heritage?
A little bit of Cherokee.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting. Uh, damn, I'm good. Yeah, I think this guy's gonna. Here's the thing about Pisces men, especially those in the Scorpio week. Um, he he has the same birthday as Bruce Willis, and one of my best friends was engaged to Bruce Willis for a long time. I know a lot about this birthday. Um, so here's the thing: they're a little coy. They sort of want you to come after them a little, And I don't want you to have to do all the work because I don't think that's in your nature. I think you like boys to chase you, and who doesn't? Or girls or llamas or whatever we like. But I would play a little reach withdraw with him. So by which I mean be present, but then withdraw. Make him chase you a bit, and then be present, and then withdraw. And yes, it's a game, but if you study nature, um, I've been on this kick where I've been studying courtship rituals in every species in the world in the last couple of weeks. And I don't care if you're a snail or if you're a minor bird, all species have the same rituals, courtship rituals, which is the male takes the female, like essentially out to dinner. And the females kind of are like, oh no, oh yes, oh no, oh yes. So if I don't mean to seem manipulative, but with this particular guy, it's gonna work well. And I think you're gonna have a relationship. In fact, I think it's gonna be really good. And if you want to get married again, or just live
I
in sin,
do.
I do too. Oh, I can't believe I just said that outside of my head. I think that's a real possibility. And invite me. But I really do think that's a possibility with this guy. Stay in touch. Let me know how it works out. I'm Perry Lyons, PERILYONS. I'm at perrylyons.com, but I'm also on Facebook, which is the easiest way. Let me know how it works out, okay? I'll give you a free
I
5
will.
minutes. Yeah, please do,
All
because I
right.
think
Thank
you're cool.
you.
All right, love. Take care. Okay, who do we have next? Darling, I'm so glad you're here. Ada, what a beautiful name.
Oh,
ADA?
hello. Thank you.
Hi,
Yeah.
hi,
Yeah.
sweetie. Where are you calling from?
Hello.
Hello.
Childress, Texas.
Oh, cool. Well, welcome. Texas.
Yes.
Um, okay, how may I help you?
I was just wondering, like, if I'm ever going to find like any blood family. I was always curious about that question.
Oh,
If
this
any
is a
blood
specialty of
family
mine.
come into my life.
It
Yeah.
looks like now. Were you adopted, or are you asking because?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, because I was adopted and I was looking for my blood family. And I never really got answers like I wanted. I was just curious if I'll find any family member. That's all I have.
Yes, you will. One thing I would recommend,
I
and you're
will.
talking to somebody, through an adoption thing, I met my full blood sister when I was 25. So you're talking to the right
Oh,
girl. This is a
wow.
specialty of mine,
Uh-huh.
and
Oh,
she's
thank
lovely.
you.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So I would do something, first of all, do like 23andMe or Ancestry.com, because they will
I
tell you who
have
you're
done
related
one of
to.
those, but I haven't found any close family yet. Only like distant cousins for now. Yeah.
My feeling is your biological father was, if you'll excuse me saying so, a bit of a tomcat. Probably a very handsome man. Um, do you mind me
Oh.
asking how old you are now? Because I'll tell you how old I think you'll be when you find your blood relatives.
About 3 years old, 4 years old, something like that. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Oh no, I mean how old you are now? Because I think it's not going to be
I'm 34 now.
right. I
I'm
think 30.
34.
They're telling me 37. I might
37? Oh.
is when you're going to
Uh-huh.
find them, and it's going to happen very
Oh.
organically. I think somebody's going to find you and reach out to you. But I also think that you
Oh.
have it feels to me. Hold on, let me ask my guides. Come on, guys, work with me.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Oh,
Oh.
interesting. I think you have
Oh.
looks like two half brothers on your biological father's side, and one
Oh.
half
Oh.
sister on your biological mother's side. That's what I'm getting.
Oh,
And
wow.
I think a couple of them are uh, like mixed heritage. Like for instance, my dad was very Jewish. My mother is very WASP, so I consider myself sort of mixed. So I think there's some sort of mixed thing going
Oh.
on one of the sides.
Oh.
Uh,
Uh-huh.
which always makes for gorgeous people. I mean, there's nobody. I don't
Oh.
mean me, but I mean like my
Uh-huh.
goddaughter who's half Swedish and half Jamaican. I mean, you don't get better looking than mixed.
Oh, wow. Nice.
But
Pretty cool.
so let me see. We got 5 minutes, so let me expand on this a bit. Um,
Uh-huh.
oh, I like you. You got lovely energy. Woohoo! Um, you really do. And you know what? I
Mhm.
think I can feel your longing for family. I have that too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah. Yeah.
I think for some
Yeah,
reason
I
you're a
just
little.
wanted to know more about who I am and stuff. I get curious and
I think what's interesting is I get a very intuitive hit off you. I think, do you have sort of prophetic dreams or do you have, I get the feeling there's a little psychicness going on there. Am I right?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, I do. I do experience psychic stuff sometimes too. Yeah, that's
mhm,
true. I've been told that. Yeah,
yeah.
that I
And
had
you know
some
what?
gifts before.
And you know what? I forgot. I like to tune in to people through their birthday, and I forgot to ask your birthday. So when's your birthday?
October 3rd, in 1988.
Oh, we love Libras in this. We're so pro Libra
Mhm.
here. We're so pro
Ah, thank
Libra
you.
on this program. Um,
Oh, thank you
1988,
so much.
1976, 1964. Oh, so you're a Libra, born in the year of the dragon.
Mhm.
Woohoo!
Yes, I'm
So
a
you're,
dragon. Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
I'm a tiger. We get along
Yeah.
great. Uh,
Oh, awesome. That's cool.
dragons are amazing. They're the only sort of mythical character in the Chinese zodiac. Because the rest, there's like rabbits and rats and tigers, but the dragon is the only one that's sort of mythological, and it's the first
Mhm.
one of the Chinese zodiac, and they always lead the parades. So dragons are very
Mhm.
good at, and I bet you have a beautiful face with kind of um, like big eyes and big cheekbones and like I
Uh
don't know how to
huh.
describe this, a
Yeah.
dragon face. Yeah, but you're
Uh
natural.
huh. Yeah.
I'm getting a lot of natural leaders on the program tonight. Um, but I
Mhm.
do think, and I'm sorry because it feels like the family you grew up with is a little sort of splintered right now, and I'm sorry about that. And it feels like you might be slightly
Uh,
estranged from.
it's okay. Yeah, because I didn't grow up in a very loving adopted family. That's true. Yeah.
I'm
I didn't
sorry.
feel
Yeah,
like I had family. It's okay.
that's what I'm. That's what I'm feeling, and what I want to tell you is, sometimes whether there are biological siblings or are adoptive siblings, they have their own issues. It's got nothing to do with us. So if they're not,
Yeah,
you are such a family
I
girl.
understand.
You're such a smoochy
Yeah.
girl. I just adore that. And you love community, you love family. You're like the go-to
I
girl for
do.
everybody. Yeah, you do.
I
You
do,
love
and I think I
holidays.
long for it because I didn't have that, growing
Yeah.
up. So maybe
No, you
why I'm
didn't.
looking for,
Well, I think
yeah.
partially that, but also I think that's how you're built. I think that it was interesting when I found my sister, uh, how
Uh-huh.
much we had in common. And I think that I know people say it's like 50% nature, 50% nurture. I'm sorry, it's like 95% nature. So I think you were born as a
Mm-hmm.
very loving person who loves holidays and you love celebrations and you love community
Oh,
and you love
I do.
family.
I do.
And I
I
don't
do.
think that's what you got adopted into, but that is what you're going
No,
to find.
I didn't really, but I
No, you
still
didn't.
try to love things I enjoy, even though I didn't have them growing up. But
No, you kind of radiate unconditional love. I'm like, yummy when I'm with your energy. So,
yeah.
really yummy. So, you have so many
Uh-huh.
friends who are like family to you. People really love
Yeah,
you.
I see my friends like
They
family.
really
Yeah,
do.
that's true.
So keep looking. I'm
Oh,
pretty sure by the time you're 37, they're gonna show up. And
oh.
I think you're gonna have a
Mhm.
really smoochy family of your own. So hang in there because you're
Oh.
just adorable. You're so adorable.
Oh.
And
Thank you.
and you're welcome. I'm a good judge of character. So let me know. Do keep in touch and let me know what happens. And
I will.
I think somebody is going to get in touch with you. Might be before you're 37, but 37 is when the whole package is going to be delivered.
What
right?
is your name again, ma'am? So I could
remember. No problem. It's Perry with a P as in Peter, E-R-I, Perry, like periwinkle. And my last name is Lyons, Lyons, like
Perry
Lyons.
Okay.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
So come find me.
I
All right, love.
appreciate your help, Perry.
Well, love you, and take care and call back soon. And thank you, guys. Love you, and that color looks great on you. Bye-bye.
listening to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome.
Time for Eleanor Gray's Psychic Destiny with Eleanor Gray. Live from GraceDestiny.com.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv.
This is Eleanor Gray's Psychic Destiny
On A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hello there, hi everybody, and welcome to my Grace Destiny show here. And we're broadcasting, aren't we, to the USA, to the UK and Australia, Ireland and Europe as well, all across the world, in fact. So on Moonstruck TV, we do have some of the world's best psychics, the Earth's best psychics are here. And we are going to be demonstrating throughout this week some of those special areas of mediumship, clairvoyance, spirit guides, looking into those psychic connections. Maybe you feel as though you're getting those psychic vibes yourself and having those inner visions, you know, the imagination, that psychic world really conspiring now to make you feel that your intuition is working just that little bit better for you. It's all about making your life more special and better for you. So what are the tools that we use? We use various different things. Now, today I've brought in my quartz crystal. This is a pink one, a rose quartz crystal ball. It's my largest crystal, and I use this to really look into the center of the crystal. And this I tend to use for love relations, harmony in relationships. Who do you love and who loves you back? And that's really important, and especially for married couples. Long-term marriages always need to have that favorable boost, a bit of blush pink in the air, flowers, jewelry, romance, all the things that the females love. And then for the guys, well, they want all the tricks, don't they? They want all the toys to play with and to feel vibrant and young and really dynamic in the world. So we're looking at the rose quartz crystal ball here for all of those love connections that you will want to see in your readings. And when you come through for readings, either free ones here on A1R Psychic Radio and Moonstruck TV, or if you come through for a private reading, and that is my website, gracedestiny.com, then you will find that once you are in that zone where we can look into the crystal, we can see the reflections that are being made, we can connect to your spirit guides, have a look into your future, take a peek into the crystal ball. And I do encourage all of you to do that with me so that you're looking long and hard into that destiny, that horizon there, long way into the distance, representing your future. And I do like to see where that line is. Perhaps you can see it as well. We've got this lovely pale blush pink quartz that is emanating this lovely feeling of space and sky, the universe and cosmic orders, making wishes on the crystal ball, especially the pink quartz, is really productive. It brings in some quite instant results. It's that instant karma that we're looking for, isn't it? So with the quartz crystal, very important during a reading to have that on your mind. What is it that you want to see? What are your wishes? How are they going to come true? And how are you going to see yourself and place yourself in that future path? Now, I'm seeing here lots of pathways that are entwined and intertwined, and we're going to use those pathways in today's readings to really investigate a little bit further as to what the psychic connections can bring in. We will also be looking at spirit who may be joining us, those souls in spirit that really come in on our live shows to gather, to give some messages, and maybe just that little nod of comfort, to say, I'm here, it's okay. We are together as one in this world and in the spirit world too. So we are looking at making those connections. So remember the pink quartz crystal ball, very powerful. And this is what I should be using this evening. Now also, well, it's this evening here in the UK, of course. It isn't where you are, no doubt. It may be early in the afternoon, or it may be very early in the morning in Australia, for example. So you've got a variety of different options that are available for you. I just want to show you as well my amethyst here. This is an amethyst crystal. And this one also is very special. It's used for healing. And the amethyst crystal ball can also be used in our readings here today. And they will be for a lot of healing, I think, and a variety of messages that will come through and will show you your partner and perhaps somebody very close to you, good friend, and some important connections again for those well-being properties, the properties that really make us feel good and feel great and want to be glad to be alive. And it stops all the negativity, this crystal ball. It stops us from feeling as though we are downhearted or grumpy. It gives us that lightness in life and tends to allow us to jump forward and really make things possible. So the amethyst crystal, here it is for you, and the rose quartz crystal. We'll be looking at those again during the show here. Now, I'm just going to show you some of my cards as well. I know that you're all very familiar with cards and you've probably got some yourself, haven't you? Well, again, you can have a look at some of these cards here. These are the Rider-Waite, and everybody will know who's interested in psychic stuff. You'll all know about these cards. These are my teaching cards, so you can see exactly what is on them. Now, I'm going to be taking some of these as well. And when I take cards, it's really to trigger the clairvoyance. That's what all of our clairvoyants and mediums do. Everybody that's online in my team, they're all very used to having an image, a visual, to trigger that sense of clairvoyance, being able to see ahead. Okay, so we've got Mikkel here. Hello there. Hello. You're coming
Hi.
through to Eleanor Grace. Hi there. How do you pronounce your name?
Mikkel.
Mikkel. Hello. Good day to you. Good day to you. I hope you are well. Now, I'm just taking some cards for you, first of all, here, Mikkel. And I just like to feel as though everything is going well for you. This is a tarot card, and this is all about a person that you are thinking about at the moment. And he, I think, is a troubled person. It is a male. It's a young male as well, younger male, and somebody that's important to you. But he's crossing your path, so you can't escape this conversation with him, or to have this interaction with him that is going to mean so much to you as well. And again, you've got pathways that are here. So I'm going to take the crystal ball in a moment and see what those pathways actually represent for you. But I do feel that you've got a choice of going in two directions here, Mikkel. And it may be a parting of the ways that you have to contemplate. And that can be interpreted in several different ways, because you may want to have more independence, more freedom of choice, and you feel as though you're being a bit restricted or held back in some way. Is that correct there, Mikkel? Do you really feel as though you want to launch yourself as an independent person and see exactly where your life can take you? All of the opportunities now are about to cross your path. You must not let anybody else get in the way. How do you feel about that? Is that something that's happening here to you?
Yes, I recently just had a major loss in my life, and
Okay.
I'm kind of in a bunch of different directions right now.
Okay. It's hard when that happens. It really is. And that's the parting of the ways as well, isn't it? That is, that awful time when be feeling as though,
Yeah, with my daughter.
ah, ah, and that's tragic. That's absolutely tragic. I do give you all of my heartfelt sympathies for your loss. I'm so sorry for your loss. Um, she was never meant to be here for very long. Did you always feel that around your daughter? That's what I'm getting here, that, there's a new pathway.
I did, actually.
Yeah?
I
Is that
felt
what,
she lived a very, she was beyond her years, I guess. It's a good way to say it.
Yeah, an old soul coming down to be with us for a little while, and then she had to go. She had to fly off. So that's what I'm sensing here. That this joining of forces between you and her, that karmic union between you both, was never going to be for very long. But it burnt so brightly when it was burning, when the two of you were alive and together and sharing that time here. But she's with you. Don't miss her. I mean, really don't, because she's with you all the time. And you know that, don't you? Because I can see writing here on the sand around you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you go to the beach a lot? Because I've got a lot of sand around you. Is that something that you shared, that you...
She loves the ocean, and I love the ocean.
Yeah.
So,
Well, that's the image that I have, with the sand as well, and the sense of direction, being able to see the horizon and being able to share that as well with you today. She's showing me that as well, and that's really special. I want to go to S. I keep getting this on the sand. Keep wanting to write that on the beach. What does the initial of S mean to you? Is it shared between you? Is that, a pet or something that really you would recognize from her as a message?
S?
S for sugar. Is there somebody else in spirit with that initial? All right, well, you'll work it out. You will work it out.
Yeah, not right off the top of my head.
Okay, you will think about it though, because it's written there really carefully, and it is for you. So, what's her name? Let me try and link in with her name so that we can get a stronger connection here, Mikhail, for you.
Her name's McKenna.
Okay. Ooh. She drifted off as though it was a dream. It seemed as though she was just here one moment and gone the next. There was a dream around her. I think, is that true? Is that what happened?
Yeah, she was in a car accident and she knocked herself out before.
Yeah, it was sudden, wasn't it? So it was quick. And at first she didn't know what had happened. She really didn't. But she does want to give you that initial of S. Maybe it's a place or somebody that she wants to connect to, but it's a message for you. But you will understand that. You really will. I want to go to a male with that name, really, Steve. That's what I'm tending to go to. But you'll work it out. Now, let me just take this crystal ball here. I want to take the rose quartz one because this is for love. It's for you as well. It's for you and your daughter. She floated off very quickly, not knowing what had happened, but she has connected to other souls in spirit, and she's gone very, very high. I feel that she's with angels. She's really being allowed to take some time to be with archangels, there's protective forces that are around you, stopping you from crying, from being so devastated. But there's another girl here, a much smaller girl that I'm seeing, another soul in spirit.
Blonde little girl.
Yeah, yeah, she is. Is that another
Okay,
child?
I had another medium tell me in the very beginning that she kept seeing my daughter with those blonde-haired little girls.
Yeah,
around 4 years old, but I don't know who that is.
Okay. It is possible that it was a child that, you were to conceive and lose, but a soul in spirit there no matter what. But she is with another girl. And these two together are so wonderful angels, angelic spirit. They'll always walk with you. So you're always going to be safe. And you will also feel as though you're due more connections, that's mediumship connections and spirit connections around your home. You will dream a lot about her. That's when she's coming to you in your subconscious state. She will sit on your bed. There are books as well. I can see lots of books she liked to read, and she also liked to write notes as well. But more importantly than that,
wrote a lot.
Yeah. More importantly than that, you will remember her for the very kind soul that she was. And her friends miss her tragically, absolutely tragically. But she wasn't meant to be here for very long. So the important message for you is not to grieve. You will do for a while, but you must really celebrate her life and know that she's going to walk with you. So she's really had an impact. There will be others that recognize her, and you will light up her life as well. You're not going to let her memory fade. Watch for that initial of S. It will come up in the next couple of weeks. And if you want a more in-depth reading, then do come through to me. But I do see two pathways here in your crystal ball. So you are about to really take a different journey, perhaps than the one that you expected. But there is another person who's coming into your life that will be like a daughter to you. And it's no replacement. We don't replace anybody, but it's going to fill a gap and a hole in your life. And that will be your route forward, at least in the short term. So I'm going to send you, many blessings and lots of love here, light here from the crystal as well. And do not grieve anymore. Okay. There's lots of love coming to you from spirit. Thank you now. Thank you for coming in onto the show. Okay, I think we have another caller. Hello. Hi, who do we have on the line? And is it Amanda?
My name's Amanda.
Hello. Hi, lovely to speak to you, Amanda. My name's Eleanor
Hi.
Grace, and to start off with here, Amanda, I'm going to be taking the crystal ball here, which is the amethyst one of my favorites. And I like to see exactly what's in the center of this crystal. I'm seeing the initial of N, that's N for November, but I don't feel as though that's anything to do with the month here, Amanda. This is an initial for you. There's also a J, N and J, written right in the center here of your crystal ball. Watch out for people with those initials. They're going to be important. They're crossing your path. You will interact with them. And I also see that you have, I suppose, built this enormous blockade. It's like a great big brick wall that you've managed to build all by yourself. You've put it all up, all on your own, and it's your protection. And I feel that this is there in order for you to repel and sway any influences that are perhaps a bit tricky or difficult. And this is because you've had some negative influences in the past, perhaps in your childhood, in sort of teenage years, and there's a sensitivity around you. So you can now take this wall down. That's what I'm being shown here. You're taking it down brick by brick as well. So you are emerging as a woman, stepping into your own power. This is a wonderful time for you. It's a time when you will really begin to shine, and that you can see, well, why on earth was I so worried about myself, and why was I so worried about what I might be able to achieve? Because you can achieve loads. You just have to work at it one step at a time every single day. There's a man here as well that I feel is behind you. He's somebody that perhaps has lots of regrets about you, Amanda. He's been a hurtful individual, I feel, and perhaps has hurt you in the past, and he's feeling very, very sorry for himself. Do you know who that is? Is that an ex
My
of
dad,
yours?
yeah. My dad was
Okay.
drunk my whole life, so I'm sure he's sad about that.
Has he passed now?
Yes.
Okay. So he is saying that, I feel, to you, that, he's so very regretful, I think, wants to extend out an olive branch as much as he can, is sweeping the pathway clean here for you as well. And that just really means that you have the opportunity to really emerge as a wonderful, powerful individual and take these bricks down, take this wall down. I can see an eye here in the center of the crystal. It's an all-seeing eye. I'll bring the crystal ball a bit closer and just have a look to see what is there for you yourself. But I've got this eye here, so it's your inner vision. It's you stepping into your power, perhaps bringing in some psychic light of your own and concentrating a great deal now onto your own intuition. I feel that that's important for you. It's not just about intuition, though. This is about you having that sense of knowing what will come next and how you're going to cope with that. And I feel that all that negativity has prepared you somewhat for this particular time. Movement is here, and you've got this lovely card here. It's the arrows of wands, and it's the 8 of wands. It's the arrows of love that are coming to you. So you are going to receive here a very sort of strong welcome message where everybody around you is very supportive and is also going to give you a great deal of recognition. So I think you're going to be quite loved up. Next card here for you as well is showing you the way forward, big, big changes that are around you and some reconciliation too. This is what's here. It's about two people entering into a partnership, reconciling differences and being able to move forward leaps ahead. So are you in a relationship now? Is there a man by your side who is going to take a hold of your hand here, Amanda, and take you forward? If there isn't one there now, then he's there very, very soon. So what's your circumstances?
Oh, no, I'm married, and I've been with him since 1991.
I knew that it's going to grab hold of your hand, pull you forward and say, come on, girl, we're going here. We're going to have a ball. We're going to really light up our lives. It's such a positive influence that is here. And all of these negative memories and difficulties are going. They're just going. There's 3 children here. Are they yours?
I have 2 was aborted when I was young, so maybe
so
that's
there's
the third
3.
one.
Yeah, it will be. It will. If I could see your hand, if your hand was in front of me, there would be 3 lines for pregnancy, 3 souls that would incarnate with you. And when we have a miscarriage or, when a failed pregnancy occurs, it's just that soul as a guiding light, a karmic light that is around us and is protected, keeping you safe. You've suffered a loss and that's your reward, really. Here's your husband as well. Here he is. And this is the person that you will depend upon and rely upon. He's not going to let you down. He'll never let you down. And I feel as though he's a very genuine person, certainly somebody that, you can take by the hand and sort of lean on. It's going to be bringing in lots of new beginnings as well. This is the end of pressure, 9 of Swords. I think he's had a lot of headaches, and they may be philosophical headaches, but in any event, they're disappearing and they're going. So give him lots of TLC because he's taking you forward. Amanda, it's been wonderful speaking to you, and lots of love from your father. He's apologizes, regretful, and take that as a signal from him, your father in spirit, that, you know, that love is still strong and he's protecting you still. So many blessings to you. And it's been wonderful to speak to you today, Amanda. Take care. So there we are, ladies and gentlemen who are watching my show. You can watch it again on Facebook and also on A1R Moonstruck TV and Psychic Radio. And I'm going to see you the same time next week when I'll be on tour again. So coming to you from a pub somewhere in London. Bye for now. See you then. Bye-bye.
You're listening to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV and Lightning Television. Welcome.
Time for the Wendy McCallum Show with Wendy McCallum. Wendy McCallum. Live from divineintuition.co.uk.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv.
This is the Wendy McCallum Show
On A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Good evening and welcome. Hello, my name is Wendy McCallum. I'm a psychic medium from Camberley in Surrey, originally from Scotland, so you'll hear a little bit of an accent there. And you're watching A1R Psychic Radio and Moonstruck TV. So thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much. How's your week been? It's been so hot here in the UK. So yeah, and do you know what? It just seems like the week has just gone in a blink of an eye and we're back here again. So the energy is really, really fast paced at the moment. I hope you're finding that. So we normally start off my show. My lovely dad in Scotland gives me a little bit of a fun fact from where I come from. So this week he told me that William Wallace's dad actually lived in a castle in Kilmarnock. Now, William Wallace, you probably remember Braveheart, and Mel Gibson played him in Braveheart, and he was one of the first main leaders during the First War of Scottish independence. So there you go, there's your little fact for this week. So as I say, thank you for joining us. I'm looking at the energy, I'm feeling the energy, and I've been feeling what's going on this week. So how have you been feeling? Because I don't know about you, I've been a bit out of sorts. I've been a bit tired, a bit lethargic, a bit meh. You know, like when you just don't have that energy in you. So let me explain something to you. We are going through a bit of a vibrational shift, shall we say. You know, we're going through an ascension process. So it might be a spiritual awakening, or it might be some sort of ascension, okay? And when you go through this, or when you start through this, it can be really quite, I don't know, you just feel really out of sorts. So as I say, you might feel low, you might feel sad, you might have found that you've been crying. You might feel really fatigued, you could be tired. Another thing that you really get that I've noticed is a sense of you don't belong and you want to go home, but you don't know where home is, you know. And, you know, you might have neck pain. I've been suffering with a lot of tension or pain in the back of your neck and lots of headaches. And it's really difficult because you don't understand what's going on, and there is so many symptoms indicative to this. You know, you can get upset tummies, memory loss, irritability, hot flushes, you know, almost like menopausal symptoms as well. So God love you if you're a bit like myself, you get through the menopause on top of these vibrational shifts, it can be pretty hard. Ascension, what is ascension? You know, ascension is like stepping into a higher level of awareness or a higher level of consciousness. And in order to get there, we've kind of got to shed the ego a bit. And it's about gaining control of the future through consciousness, okay? So the Earth itself has gone through a bit of a historic shift in vibration. So as the Earth goes through that vibration, so do we. Some feel it more than others. We've got the sensitives, the intuitives, we call them HSPs, which is highly sensitive people, you know, and they tended to be the leaders of the herd back in the day of Stone Age, cavemen, whatever. But we are spiritual beings and we all operate on vibration, energy, or frequency. And we're moving really from a 3D dimension or a 3D reality into a 5D reality. Now, I'm not going to get too woo-woo on you because I think sometimes it's just all a bit too much, yeah. But basically, the third dimension or the the third dimension as the physical world, this world here that we live in, okay? And the fifth dimension is a non-physical world. So that's about a level of consciousness that can only really be experienced by awakening spiritually. So for ascension to occur, we have to undergo, like going through the shadow. And for me, that's about shedding the lower frequencies to allow for that spiritual awakening. Okay, so the lower frequencies, and I'm not talking about anything negative, is sadness, grief, loss. The higher frequencies is love, abundance, gratitude. And we've got to go through this process of kind of letting go of things that don't serve us for our highest good. And baggage, the emotional and baggage, physical baggage that we've been carrying through life as we go, you know, we've all got the potential to have a wonderful future for us. But we need to understand that we need to let go of these limiting beliefs that we create in our mind that'll stop us from experiencing that. So I thought I would talk you through a little bit of a meditation, if that's okay with you, just to help you release some of this and move forward a little bit, you know, so that you can embrace the things that you want. I don't know if you notice, I'm sitting here and I'm holding this lovely quartz crystal. So that's sending out this lovely healing energy. And I've also got some amethyst and some rose as well, sitting with us to heal it out. Now, I've got some lovely tuning forks. When I was in hospital, when I was a bit poorly, the spirit world came really, really close to me and told me about the importance of sound and sound frequency. So I've been doing a lot of work since I got out of hospital, learning about sound frequency. So this one here is 174 hertz. And 174 is about relieving pain, tension. It's like the it's like a reset, yeah. It helps with migraines, neck pains, and it promotes and encourages the feeling of being safe and feeling loved. And it also brings forth courage and to help you heal. So that's that one. This is 396. 396 is about releasing fear and guilt. And it's connected to the root chakra. And the root chakra, as you probably know, is about survival, how you survive in the physical world. And this one helps with fear, anxiety, and safety. Okay, this one's 417, and it releases negativity and past trauma. And it's connected to the sacral chakra, which these are great for manifesting. And the sacral chakra is all about your creativity. So I am going to, if you just want to take a little moment, center yourself and just quieten your mind and just close your eyes. And in your mind, repeat after me. I now clear any blocks stopping me connecting to the divine, receiving divine guidance, intuition, and wisdom. Third eye. I now clear any negative cords or attachments that do not serve for my highest good, that are draining me of my vitality and accessing higher consciousness. Ears. I am now clearing all the negative energy I absorbed through sound, through talking and listening to other people. Throat. I now clear any blocks or negative energy from preventing me speaking and expressing my truth. The heart center. I now clear and release any energy that is stopping or blocking me from giving and receiving love, joy, and building meaningful relationships. The solar plexus. I now clear any energy blocking me from standing in my power, from owning my space and being confident. sacral center, I now clear any energy or blocks stopping me from exploring and expressing my creativity and my desires. The root center, I now clear any blocks preventing me from experiencing abundance and from being grounded. Namaste. Thank you for listening to me this evening, and please replay this over and over again. Play it every day for the next week or so, and I guarantee you'll start feeling so much better. You'll feel much lighter, you'll feel lifted, and visualizing that energy just dropping away that no longer serves for your highest good. Thank you so much for being with me this evening. My name's Wendy McCallum. You can book a reading with me at divineintuition.co.uk, and have a wonderful week.
listening to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, Enlightening Television. Welcome.
Time for Susanna Medium with Susanna Hershaw. Live from SusannaMedium.com.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv.
This is Susanna Medium
on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Oh my goodness me. It always happens. It always happens just before my show, the last minute. I just have the moment to take a breath, and I'm given the task to think about a song for you, my lovely listeners and viewers here on the Ask One Radio Network, A1R Psychic Radio and Moonstruck TV. I tell you what. Oh, this week we are thinking about a country song. So come on, people, send me a good song. Come on. Let's have a good song. Good sing along, and all in the air. But I need to tell you something because I find it extremely, extremely funny because the energy and then the light, our soul, our spirit is working very, very high. Because if you were here last week in my show, my task was to find a heavy metal song, and then leading up to that particular show, there was one melody just humming in my not in my mouth, humming in my head, and I was humming it, how you hum a song, and when you know a lot of songs, a lot of melodies, but then you just can't put your finger onto what that one song is, or any of the words, or anything. And I said to myself after 2 or 3 days, oh my goodness me, I need to find somebody who's going to name that song. How can I download that song from my head down to something so that somebody can recognize that song? When we are in our mind, we are thinking how it's going to work objectively, literally in a 3-dimensional reality, the reality what we are living right now. We are all stuck here, so why not make the best of it? And amazingly, the last show I had the task to think about a heavy metal song, and then at the end of the show, you were not here, my lovely listeners and viewers, because it was at the end of the show, off camera, when our lovely producer, Mr. Dave, was giving me the song, the title of the song, even singing a few notes. And then it was only about an hour later, after everything happening, when I'm just chilling after the show, then I realized that, my goodness me, that was the song what I have been humming. And I was asking Spirit, find me somebody who's going to recognize the song, that one particular song. And then here we go, everything came together, last puzzle missing from the picture there. And then the song was given. And then you see, I always go with what is the word, what is the meaning of the song. So, of course, I was listening to the song and everything made sense. But I'm just telling you this because if you don't believe that thing, energy, light, spirit, God, whatever you want to call that energy, multidimensional energies, if you still don't believe in those, then, we can tell you so many fascinating stories happening to us. But then it is available for you as well. So the invitation is, you see, we are always making a good little lesson out of that tune into that reality. You do your best, do some meditation, do some breathing, meet people who are raising your frequency, find those people. If you are really stuck, don't feel stuck. You need to get out and you need to find the people, share what is happening with you. And sooner or later, you will get there. And then if you are already using that power, then my invitation is step up, come forward, because Spirit Consciousness has been talking about not being lazy, not stepping back. And if you have the talent and the gift and the ability to work with the light, Spirit, God, energy, consciousness, then here we go. Find the people you can be in service to. Okay, so it works in all ways. But here we go. I told you the story just to demonstrate that the light energy, God's consciousness works everywhere. So whether we can be here, this side of the world or that side of the world, but things are coming together when we need to have that. And my message afterwards was the actual meaning of the song. And then I tell you what, after that, I was spending a few days air drumming. When you put the song on and then you really want to, I don't have any big drums here, but then you just want to go with the energy. So shake it out, dance with it. So whatever music, song or melody or theme or even poetry, anything is coming to you, But anyway, now I need to think about a country song. I know so many, but no idea, nothing is coming to my mind. Now, Mr. Dave is giving me something, but I did not hear that. So we will do something with that. So so if anybody recognizes what was the song I sang, I'll give you a free half an hour reading. So here we go. I'm going to my guest now. I'm going to my, not guest, sorry, well, my guest, my caller. So I'm going to talk to Arina, beautiful name, Arina, thank you, from Minnesota. Is it Minnesota? No, Minnesota, from the States. So Arina, how are you? Can you hear me, lovely one? So, well, it's a beautiful, beautiful name. You see, even while I'm reading the name, I've got a little chat box over there, so I can read your name. This is how I know where you are, wherever you are. And then you see, we were talking about music, and that beautiful person with that beautiful name came around. So let's see whether she's going to be back. So, while we are waiting for that, I was talking to you about the mindfulness and how bring yourself back to your moment. If you feel that you are stuck or you don't know what is happening with you, head over to my website, www.susanamedium.com. It's always 9 letters. You know this very well, ZSUZSENNA medium.com, where you can download your free copy of this 7-day psychic challenge. 7-day psychic challenge. Can you see it? It's there in front of me. It's there, my 7-day psychic challenge, written just for you, my lovely friends. It continues, it holds the space for you for, we said 7 days, but you can continue as many days as you want. And continuing and following through one particular exercise, and you are invited to reflect and pause and be mindful about your senses, about your physical senses, and not just your physical senses, but just see what is going to open up for you. So I call this little booklet a 7-day psychic challenge with Susanna Medium, your mindfully practical psychic development workbook. So go over there, go to my website, www.susanamedium.com, and you can find it there. It's there for you, freely downloadable. Make it work for yourself. If you have any questions in the meantime or throughout the 7 days or even the more than 7 days, send me an email to hello@susanamedium.com, and I will be happy to work with you. Come to all the pages. It's always social media. Everything is Susanna Medium, so it's very easy. Again, 9 letters, not 8, not 10, not any of those. It's 9 letters. We like the nice circle. The cycle is continuing, finishing with 9, going into the 0 and 1. So 9 letters. So here we go. Now, in my show, I have 5 minutes, and we had this absolutely beautiful person, but then we got somebody else. So let's see. Amber, I'm going to talk to you from Seattle. So Amber, how are you?
Hi, I'm fine. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Good to have you here. I tell you what, right now, before we start our little chat, I've got about 3 minutes to have a conversation with you. So if I cannot finish it, send me an email, please. You can check it out around the screen or wherever you are hearing or listening me from, or all those things. So how can I help you?
I'm just curious as to what's going to be happening in my current situation, like what's going to be happening for me. Because I've been lost pretty much and overwhelmed.
Sure. Now, so what I'm feeling for you is that you are in the motion of change, and as if you want to keep one foot in the motion, how I see it as a river, but then we are very much want to hang on to what we have known, because the other foot metaphorically is on the banks, on the banks of that river. And then what Spirit says that the more we offer you the energy, the change, the more you are trying to hold back. And like an elastic band, you can pull it up to a certain stretch, but it's going to, you have to take something. We have to take and change the energy, the give and take the energy. So would you understand that? Okay. Now,
yes.
So your big message really is that, sometimes we need to step into the unknown, but then not just stepping into, but then jumping, because energetically you are very much able to swim in that river. This is what I see. You do not need many people who are helping you with the swimming, because you have already learned metaphorically how you are swimming, So it's just like how you are. Either you do like a little, you cannot really do that. I'm just going to try a little bit, because energetically what Spirit says that you try a little bit and we just gush through the door, the energy is going to come through. They are coming energetically, they are coming for you, to take you on your journey. So have that big courage, take a big breath, and then keep your vision, not just short term, not just middle term, mid-term, but a little bit over there, 18 months, 2 years. Because what I'm feeling that once you start, within a couple of weeks, you do not even need to wait for a month, 2 or 3 weeks time, things are happening very, very quickly. And even if it feels that, it's going to be like a mini tornado, like a little movement, more quicker, lively movement in the water, but things are going to move forward for you, because you have been holding back quite a lot, 5 years, if you understand, and then you have been very quiet about your ideas. And what Spirit said, no, you cannot do that. You cannot do that. I'm feeling a very creative energy with you. The color they are giving you is the red, the rose pink. I need to give you the rose pink, and then the orange. It's not the white, not the yellow, not the blues, not the greens, not the darker ones, but then those colors. And if you understand, interestingly, so it's not like how we have the chakra. Yeah, okay. It's like I have the head above me, the red energy around me. My waist is orange for you, okay? And then a pink is like all in your aura, that love energy, whatever your field is or your energy, so much is there, and I feel that people around you very much are telling you and repeating you, and whether you are working with clients or people, the pull and then the push energy is very much there. So please promise me that you are taking a big breath, because I would love to hear about your successes, not just that you are going into the flow, but then you are flying high with that, energetically. You can't see me, but my arms are on the side, and then the energy, like lifting your wings to fly in that sense, So most certainly moving forward and moving backwards, your feet, you will find your grounding. Okay, now I've got 10 seconds or 50 seconds here. So Amber, please send me an email. I would be happy to talk to you, because I'm seeing lots of very interesting things. Use your talent, uniqueness, use your talent, please. Okay. So thanks very much for being here. And all my listeners are lovely. It's good to be here. So what is the country song? Sing the song. So come back in 7 days time. I can have country roads. Ooh, even the first. My favorite song. Lead me home. Here we go. So sending you lots of love, many, many blessings. Come back in 7 days time. So here we go. Lots of love. Bye for now. Thanks. Bye.
listening to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome.
Time for Medicine for Your Spirit with Raylene Byrne. Raylene Byrne. Live from RayleneByrne.com.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv.
This is Medicine for Your Spirit
On A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hello, everyone. Namaste. Raylene Byrne. Medicine for your spirit. I've had an amazing week, a really amazing week. And I just want to share with you some of the little insights that come up when we start to just be so comfortable in our own skin, when we start to just surrender into our own soul's knowing and our own soul journey. So I was very excited. Last week, I ran a winter solstice here in Australia, a winter solstice event. I had African drummers, and it was this big labyrinth, and it was just beautiful. 450 candles in a labyrinth. It was just gorgeous. And it was just so fulfilling, and people just dropped into it and surrendered into the celebration and the gratitude of this time of the year. And then recently on the weekend, I was able to speak at a very large corporate event and about soul knowing and connecting into your soul knowing. And when you're really in that space of, this is who I am and this is all I can be, it's amazing what magic happens. That complete surrender. One of the things I've noticed, the event I spoke at on the weekend was all about wealth creation, property development, and all that jazz. And so everyone there's wanting more abundance. They want abundance. They want more wealth. They want more. Nothing wrong with that. But what we've got to understand is that abundance and wealth is nothing that is outside that comes to us. It's how we feel inside and what we radiate out. And then we start to connect. So anyone who's feeling like nothing ever happened, nothing's good ever happens to me, I don't seem to be able to get ahead with anything, I'm just going round and round in circles. All I would like to say, there's a whole lot of stuff, but the simplest thing to do is to stop, reassess how you're feeling about you. How are you feeling in you? Are you feeling in lack, scarcity? Are you feeling not enough? Are you feeling I need to be validated? If you've got any of those restrictions, work on that. Because true abundance is not something external. True abundance is within. And when you align with that and start having gratitude for all that you already have, it's amazing how the energy flips and things start to arrive, opportunities, invitations, things start to come towards you. There's a surrendering that happens into the wisdom of the soul and the wisdom of the universe. There's a lot I could say. And if you're interested, follow me. Come to my website, RayleneByrne.com. I'm all about you remembering the medicine that you are, because you have it all. So I'm going to take a call. I think it's Deborah from Texas.
Yes.
Hello, are you there?
Hello. Thank you for speaking with me this evening. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. How can I help, assist, guide, support?
Well, I am interested in meeting a certain individual, and I've had visions and dreams of this person coming into my life. I've never met him before. I know exactly what he looks like, his personality, and I'm anticipating that he is going to be coming into my life very shortly. And are you seeing anything like that from your perspective?
Okay, before I give you an answer, let me share this. This is just too funny. It's just too funny. I have a very dear friend who, for the last few years, we have been doing a lot of energy stuff together. I've been working with her, and we have seen exactly the same situation. We have seen this man in her energy field coming in, getting closer and closer. We could see what he looked like, everything about him. We could both see it. And I remember saying to her, so how are you going to meet this person? Because you don't go out. You don't like pubs or clubs. You don't go anywhere. You basically don't like being around people. So how on earth are you going to meet this man that's in your field and we can both see him and he's so close? And she said to me, he will knock on my door. And I laughed and went, yeah, that's everyone's dream. Long story short, about 4 weeks ago, I got a phone call from her and she said, oh my God, Rails, you're not going to believe what's happened. I said, what is it? And she said, he knocked on my door. And she said, he's exactly how you and I saw him, exactly. And she said he came to her, she's a chiropractor, he came to her as a client. And at the end of the session, she said they both looked at each other and they both said, I've been looking for you for a long time. And they didn't go through any of the normal dating, getting to know you, because they already at soul level knew each other. They had both been creating each other or calling each other in. So I'm sharing this. She's totally smitten. He's totally smitten. And they're already planning their life together because they know this is it. This is it. So I'm sharing this with you. And it's funny you should say that, because when we are so clear on this person that we are inviting into our world, that what I can say is they come when you're absolutely ready. When you're absolutely ready. There is no space for doubt. There is no second guessing. There is no, maybe I need to do this or maybe I need to do that. It's this sense of knowing that it's on its way. So I'm going to pull a card for you. And I'm sharing that with you because you have got exactly the same story going on as her. Energetically, this person is really close. Really close. So you just have to decide, basically, how do I want to meet this person?
Well, I've already decided on that. And I'm going on a cruise in the beginning of November. And that's where I want to meet him.
Right. Okay. So you want to meet him on a cruise. So just to be clear, you want this person to be available in your everyday life?
Yes.
Okay. So you want someone on the cruise who's from an area where you're from?
Yes.
Are you specific? Have you got that? Are you clear about that?
No, it's not clear. But I sense it's going to be in the state of Texas, and he'll be moving to my area.
Okay.
Texas.
This is really good. So I'm just going to pull a card. I'm trying to work out which one. I think I'll do the trees because it's nice and grounded. I do feel when I'm talking to you and I'm just tuning in a little bit to your energy, I do feel that this person is there, and it is a bit like my friend's story I just shared with you. It's like he's been waiting for you too. So when you two meet, there won't be any of this interference baggage. Yeah, it's transcending. Okay. There won't be any baggage around just coming out of a relationship or having to leave a relationship. There won't be any of that baggage. I feel it's going to be quite a clean path for you two.
Okay.
Do you understand what I'm saying here?
Yes.
Yeah. So, because you don't want to meet someone and then you go through messy, icky stuff. You don't want that. Yeah. You actually want a person who's clean, clear, and ready. And you are clean, clear, and ready as well. So I would actually, for you at the moment, did you say December?
November.
Okay. I sort of feel it might be sooner, actually. I feel it might be a little bit sooner. And you might end up going on being on the cruise together. But I feel you might meet this person before. There's something in me that's like, energetically he's quite close, or he or she. This person is quite close.
Well,
but I think
know
you need
that
to
I'm
get
going on vacation like the end of September and into the beginning of October at a timeshare in Florida. And I felt that there might be an opportunity to actually meet him at the same timeshare.
Yeah, I feel it's before the cruise. I'm feeling it's before the cruise, and I feel that you need to be specific. You actually want to meet someone who's ready. So you need to just go, be very clear that you're open and be ready at that time. I do feel very strongly it's before the cruise. You'll meet this person before the cruise.
Huh. Okay.
Okay. You know what? You've got to believe in divine planning, divine timing. You've got to believe in divine timing, because the right thing happens at the right time. We can't manipulate that. I want to meet this person when I'm doing this. That doesn't cut it in consciousness. It's going, well, if you're ready for the right person and they're ready for you, here's the moment. This is where it starts. It may not be at the cruise.
Oh, okay.
All right. Just get clear exactly how open and ready you are.
Because I know that I'm ready, and I'm anticipating that he will be ready.
Well, he will be. It's divine timing. So I have to go. Thank you. I hope that's been helpful. Blessings from Raylene Byrne, Medicine for Your Spirit. You have got the medicine within. You have your own pathway.
listening to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome.
Time for energy, healing, and spirit talk with Tammy Petricelli. Live from TammyPetricelli.com.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio.
Or one of our websites,
askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv.
This is Energy, Healing, and Spirit Talk
on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hello. Hi. How are you? For those of you here in the States, happy Independence Day. We celebrated on Sunday. So I've been taking today to make soup with leftovers, hide from all the thunderstorms. Reason. It's just crazy. So those of you not celebrating Independence Day around the world, I decided not to take the day off and come and be with you. So I hope that you have done something for the full moon. So at about 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, yesterday, Monday, was the exact time of the full moon. But we are still in the energy and the essence of the full moon. So that gives you an opportunity a couple of days ahead and a couple of days after, even more after, to still do something with the full moon. So what is it that you want to do with the full moon? Cleanse. We want to clear things out. So you've got a couple of weeks to clear things out so that you can manifest on the new moon and bring things in. So what is it that you need to bring in? Because you can't unless you remove and make space for it. My full moon story is 42 years ago, pregnant with my first son, my oldest. And he was due on July 21st, which was 4 days after the full moon. So I really expected Friday night to go into labor, and I did not. I went into labor on the 20th. And when I got to the hospital, they were so backed up. It was a birthing center. They were so backed up with women in labor that they left me in a hallway for quite a few hours. So I said to one of the nurses, did you have a lot of babies born on Friday night? She says, oh no, 3 nights after the full moon, that's when we have a lot of babies born. And here I was, and he was born, 4 minutes before his due date on the 21st. That's the last time he was on time, or early for anything, but that's okay. Love him anyway. So what are you doing to celebrate that full moon? What kind of things can we do? What kind of ceremony can we do? A very simple one, very simple. One, it's not too late to put your crystals out in the full moon because it's still pretty full. It's only been not even, 30 hours, whatever, 40, 35 hours, something like that. So put your crystals outside in the area of the full moon and allow them to recharge. What else can we do? We can light a candle, write down everything that we need to release, and set that intention of releasing. Is it anger? Is it the need to please other people? Is it the need to get the energy to get rid of clutter so that we can get new furniture or bring in something new? We want to get ready to harvest. So when you get ready to harvest, they clean out their barns, they get the freezers, the refrigerators, whatever, cleaned out. In Alaska, where they still whale, the whole village is on that. And what do? They clean out their basements of old ice from where they stored the whale meat and oil from the year before, and they all get out onto the beach and they drum and they chant and they sing and they thank the whale for giving itself to feed the village. Okay, so this is what you're doing. You're getting prepared to manifest with that intent. I now release these emotions. I now release Himalayan salt, put it, take it outside and do a little ceremony of asking the moon to bless and energize that water. And then during the next month, you add a little drop to your tea or you can use it in to refresh and energize. So I want to say hello to Jenny in Guntersville, Alabama. I'm so happy to have an American. I mean, not that I don't want someone, I just am surprised. I thought you would be out there barbecuing today, Jenny. How are you? Welcome to the show.
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm really well. So did you got your hamburgers, hot dogs, and barbecue going today?
No, not yet. We're waiting till later on.
Okay. So Jenny, how can I help you today? Did you have a question for me, or would you like me to try to connect with a loved one on the other side?
I would like to try to connect with my little brother that passed away.
Did you say older or little?
Little.
Little brother that passed away. And could I have his name, please?
Michael Murray.
Okay. And Michael, would you understand Michael was very young when he passed? Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes, because he shows me as being a child or toddler, or this is the age he's showing me at anyway. Would that be the time of his passing or the time of his change?
No, he passed when he was in his 30s.
Oh, okay, hold on. So I'm seeing a toddler, a child, a small boy.
Harry.
Could you repeat that, please?
No, I have had a miscarriage before.
Makes sense. Okay. Thank you, Michael. So Michael was letting you know that he has your miscarriage with you. And he says a little boy, he's got that baby with him because that's who presented first. Michael said, oh, okay. Okay. So you had the miscarriages prior to Michael passing. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes, because that's what he tells me, that the baby was there first, but that they have connected now. And he says that you will get to raise that baby when you get to the other side. But in the meantime, he's being a great uncle to him, spending time together. He also shows me grandfather also with them. Your grandfather has passed. Is that correct, Jenny?
Yes, both of them have passed.
Both of them has passed. He's showing me the one. He makes me feel like he's got this succession of the grandfather, him, the baby, and they are, all together with the family. So I'm asking them which grandfather. No, he's showing me both. Would you understand your grandfathers being completely different personalities? One, I want to say, is a more down to earth type of guy, a little heavier in the belly. And the other one makes me feel that he was a little more,
papa that lived in up here.
I'm sorry?
That's my papa. The papa that he's talking about with the big belly is my dad's dad.
Okay, because I felt this male going through the male's side, like the three males. The other grandfather is there too, but he shows me that he was father. You understand that?
Yes.
Okay, great. They're both there. They're both with your brother Michael. Would you understand Michael being either not in a relationship or emotionally alone at that time of his passing?
No, because he was married when he passed.
But what about the emotional? Was he becoming emotionally distant? He hasn't shown me how he passed. He just shows me emotionally. So I'm asking him, either he could not communicate or emotionally he could not communicate with others prior to passing, if you understand that. What that makes me feel like is he was not telling people or communicating with how he felt or what was going on with him. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, like he didn't really tell us like what was going on with him like after he had his heart attack or nothing. Like he just kept on telling us that he felt tired and all that, but that was it. He never
Okay.
told us anything else.
Perfect. I understand, because that's what he was saying, like distancing himself, not communicating what was going on with him. I feel he was in denial. He didn't want to admit that he was having issues. And at his age, he didn't think it would be what took him. So I think everyone was surprised. I feel everyone was surprised at his passing. And he said he's sorry for that. He's sorry that he didn't prepare not just himself, but others for his passing. Okay. And his mom is still here. Is that correct?
No, our dad is still here. Our mom passed away.
Oh, your mom passed. Okay. Because interesting, because he made me feel like he had more apologies towards the mom for not preparing her. I'm going to take that he meant his wife then, that I'm interpreting that correctly, that he didn't prepare himself and her for what was to come. And he apologizes to that and asks that you please send his love to her. And he gives you so much love. I don't know if there's a farm or something about a new calf, but he's bringing that up. And I just want to say we're out of time. And Jenny, thank you so much for joining us today, taking time out of your holiday celebrations to be with me. And I will see everyone right back here next week, same time, same stations. And for those celebrating, have a lovely Independence Day.
To A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, Enlightening Television. Welcome.
Time for Soul Tea with Marie, with Antoinette Marie. Antoinette Marie. Live from AntoinetteMarie.net.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio.
Or one of our websites,
askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv.
This is Soul Tea with Marie
on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hello, everyone. welcome to Soul Tea with Marie. I do have a special guest tonight, Denise, but I just want to go over just to let everyone know to reach me. You can find me at Instagram at Soul Tea with Marie or Facebook. And my webpage is AntoinetteMarie.net. So if you want to book any sessions or read my blog or anything like that, please go there. But I have a very, very special guest tonight. I can't tell you how excited I am to talk to Denise. She has so many gifts, and one in particular that I am anxious to share with everyone. So she does sound bath, she does Reiki, she does Oracle, she does channeling, but I'm going to let her tell you a little bit about herself. Go ahead, Denise.
Hello, everybody. I'm Denise, and this, my co-host, is Lulu. She is a 4.5-pound rose quartz that I acquired, and she has been gracious enough to work with me and my clairtangency gift in channeling messages to you guys. So that's what I'll be doing tonight.
All right. So tell us a little bit about your crystal. Well, let's start with your channeling. How did you know that you were a channeler? How did you get into that? How did it come to you?
So it started when I was a teenager, and the family cat had just died. And I remember sitting down at the dinner table trying to process everything that had happened. And all of a sudden I hear this voice in my head. And intuitively, I knew that it was my cat that had just passed. And I'm channeling her voice. She sounded like a human voice. It wasn't a bunch of meows or anything weird like that. But yeah, it just kind of flowed as his voice in my head. And it was such a familiar type of energy. And I was asking questions for clarity. And she was like, yes, this is Cleo the cat. This is me speaking to you. I've crossed over, and I want to let you know that I'm okay. And ever since then, this gift just started to open up for me. And the more that I worked with crystal energy, the more I found that that gift would just expand. And so here I am today, being able to channel crystal messages. And Lulu, I have a bunch of crystals, but Lulu is the one that has really stepped forth in providing messages from the mineral realm.
I just want to go back for a moment when you said that your cat had come through to you. That was the first time a spirit had come through to you?
Yes, as far as I can remember.
So how did you know how did you come to believe that that was your cat? How did you just accept it?
It was, the energy of it was very familiar. And the certain questions that I asked for clarity, she would know. Like nobody else would know that but Cleo. So all of that just guided me into trusting this gift and believing that, hey, this is something really special and I can develop that if I chose to. And I did.
So from hearing Cleo, then you went on to hear other spirits?
It has translated into other beings, but the strongest one is crystal energy.
And how did you, so I just have a lot of questions. How did you realize that crystals were actually vibrating and able to communicate with you?
So I would go to crystal shops often, and whatever caught my eye, I would pick it up. And I just hold it in my hand and connect with the vibration of it. And the vibration of the crystal energy translated into the voices in my head. And I knew that it was only the crystal and no other voices. And it's something that when I connect with the energy, I just know that it is the voice of the crystal.
Oh, that's fascinating. Okay. And how did Lulu So this is Lulu, correct?
Yes, this is Lulu right here. Lulu Rose Quartz.
And how did she come to be? How did she come to you?
So I was actually shopping in a home goods store, and they had this one shelf that had a few random crystals on it. And I always like to go find them and, say hello, maybe do a little Reiki if I'm led to, because they're usually neglected and